Playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Tennessee Titans and the Miami Dolphins. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And the Dolphins rush gets home, down he goes. D Ford able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo, 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 50-yard line.
Here we go. 180. I got it. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Watch the pass.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And a heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 3. Check 3. Slam, slam, slam.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got one.
Now Montgomery. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early. because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
2nd down and 3.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Guys, it's game situation. Mike, 55. Mike, 55. Hey, eat. Hurry.
To throw now. Here's Love. He's got a man here. It's Montgomery. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, Love. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The tackle by Janoris Jenkins. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Hey, check Mike. Cluster, 6. Oh, you got deep? Mike 55. Mike 55.
Now Love. And he finds Montgomery complete. And they'll get this down to the 10.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Check 49.
A give. This is Montgomery. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. David Montgomery, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. Now at 1st down, Henry with a little bit of running room. Nice gain. He'll get about 6 yards there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 31, Garoppolo. Henry's got it out on the left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw into the hands of Ferkser here. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a Titans first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker. And now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
That catch good for only a yard, and it will be 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down, eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And off comes to Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Mike 54. It's a party now.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. Oh, it springs free. Montgomery loses it. It's picked up by the Titans. And they are going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans.
Welcome to the NFL, baby.
Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
54. Coming to you, coming to you. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. You got double up, double that.
First down, going to the air with Love. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Harold Landry in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. After the sack on first down. Love. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work.
Garoppolo now. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 30-yard line.
Here we go. Like 20. Check 55 to Mike. Watch twist.
To throw is Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
Garoppolo's throw here into the hands of Jones. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
White. 55 Mike.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback.
And the ball comes out. Love lost it. It's picked up by the Titans. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field. Definitely
a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
Kill. Shift. Hey, ball steal.
On play action. Love to throw. Now he steps away. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play. Switch.
Final play of the half, Love. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And the return will stop right around the 25. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Here we go. 21. Here we go. Hey, come on.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Garoppolo. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
Check the outs. Safe.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Watch the screen.
Drill, 52.
Jump.
Red, cycle.
Play action this time with Love. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Off the play fake, Love. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play there for the Dolphins. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Love throwing for it. And that is caught for the 2 points. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. 3
yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And caught by Henry. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Complete. It's Henry. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Come on, boy.
Drill green.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Bang, 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 bang.
From the 39, Love. On the right side, open is Gesicki. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it.
97.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 120 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Play fake. Here's Love. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
38.
6 guys.
On the ground, it's Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 27.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower. That front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
I'm coming.
They'll run on first down. Montgomery. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
2nd and 8.
Come get some. Come on here.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. It's a quarterback sneak. Then he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Dolphins are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Running from the gun with Henry. And this defense not giving him anything there, maybe a yard up to the 36. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
21. Here we go. 11.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Flushed out right. And he rifles one incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Man open, here is Jones. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He completes it to Henry. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. To throw is Garoppolo. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So they got their touchdown. Now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Mike 17.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they will take a knee here.
Here we go, set, 45, White.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, check, Mike 21, Mike 21, check.
Cut.
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look.
Pick it up, D.
Ready,
They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. So with that knee, they take care of business in the divisional round. They'll be back here at home next weekend. One more hurdle to get to the big show.
The good feelings, they just keep coming. They get to ride that wave for at least one more week because they have their big prize in their eyes, and that's getting into the Super Bowl. But they have to win next week after winning this one.
Well, on both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is because there's so much hard work, effort. You mentioned the hope to go on and maybe play in the big game itself. Well, let's see how they handle it, though. The offseason is going to be a long one for them because they're going to eat their heart out watching other people continue to play. But can they come back the next year and find it in them to make that same run again and maybe find a way to advance?